Hello everyone, Tilda. This is Minnie speaking. I hope we have a great time together.
Annyeonghaseyo everyone. Hello, hello. So as you can tell, there's a new look to pretty much everything. Straight up vibes here, for sure. I was supposed to have new models for this week, and it's why I couldn't stream yesterday. And today, instead of a new model like I wanted to debut, instead we got the old one. But the oldie is a goodie, so we're gonna go with this. I'm not canceling another stream because I live for streaming at this point in my life. So we're gonna start with our mono rec for the day. The S classes that I raised is not the official title. Oh hey, hello Nevermore. Welcome, welcome. The official title, which you can read on Webtoon, is I think it's my S class hunters. Yeah. Again, this is one of those series that I was reading the raws for quite a while before it actually popped up on Webtoon. But I love it to death. It's a wacky story, and surprisingly not a BL, despite the fact that it edges the line for fucking sure. Mr. Business Class here in the back with the moon above his head. I love him to death, but he's very much like a BL top sort of character, and he acts like it with fucking the main character here in the front, Han Eugene. Insert friendship has ended with Tapas meme. No, I still love Tapas. Webtoon's great though, that although its localizations and translations have me not happy sometimes, as I was talking with Void Reverie over on Discord not too long ago. They make some choices. Let me put it that way. Like Eugene's main skill, because this is one of those, there's dungeons and monsters and skills and all that. His main skill is like a caretaker sort of thing. And when I was reading the raws, The machine translates his skills as like caretaker or something along those lines. Sometimes like nanny or whatever. But you know, like a caretaker sort of situation. What the official webtoon localization called his skill is custodian. Custodian. Okay. Sure. The like dictionary definition, I guess that applies. But here in the West, when you hear custodian, the first thing that comes to mind is usually like a creepy guy that works at your high school that cleans the toilets. That's the first thing that comes to mind for me. Custodian guard? I mean, like I said, like the word makes sense, but like the way it's used more often than not, at least in my case, this is just like a personal opinion, by the way. If you don't care about it, then by all means. But like me, I don't like that word used in this context. They're massive golden men in heavy, intricate armor that you're back kind of distracted. My goodness. Well, our main character is definitely not a massive golden man in heavy, intricate armor. He wishes he was, but he's not. Instead, he's an F-class hunter who is surrounded by S-classes. But he winds up being kind of like, well, their caretaker, their custodian. I have to use that word. Then yes, their custodian. And he kind of just has them wrapped around his finger, kind of, sorta. They have their outbursts. But yeah, I'm sure the idea of an 8-foot tall demigod of muscle would make you feel normal. Oh yeah, for real. I'm only 7 feet tall. I'd finally feel small. Now I'm having thoughts. Yeah, no, I can't get distracted. I'm already like late on this stream because of so many distractions. Trying to get shit to work, getting everything like redone and remade, and half of it not working. At least like the overall look of my stream fucking works. I'd be mad if this part didn't work. But yes. S-class, my S-class hunters, that's the official title. I told you there was 40k characters that were even bigger men? Wait, I got a face for this. Wait, I gotta click into water though for this. Nope, that's not it. That's the face. Bigger men? Hello? But yeah, so my S-class hunters, or is it S ranks? I'm trying to remember exactly. Yes, please, on Discord. I would love to see them. Let me open up Chrome. Let me get the official English title here. Or webtoon. My S... Is it S-class? Yeah, it is my S-class hunters. Let me get the like full summary for you. And they do fucking like flip-flop the names, which again, I've said time and time again, I'm not a fan of. I wish I was one of those people that didn't care about it, but it just bothers me. Just a personal thing. But they flip-flop the names, and then they also, like in the original, in the Korean version, his younger brother calls him Hyung, which is like older brother, or if you're not really blood related, then it's kind of like a mentor sort of person in your life who's a male. Young is male. I'll take both. I mean, I got channels for both safe for work and not safe for work, so by all means, share whatever you got. I'm happy to see it all. I mean, not safe for work. I am probably gonna see it all. Anyway, yeah. So in the original, he called him Hyung, but in the localized version, they just have him calling his brother by his name, which doesn't sit right with me. That's another thing. I'm just like, just fucking use honorifics. It's not that hard. But anyway, here's the summary. Yujin is an F-class overshadowed by his little brother, an S-ranker. All he does is get in his brother's way, causing trouble wherever he goes. When a seemingly routine dungeon raid goes wrong and costs Yujin his brother's life, Yujin decides to use the wish granted by clearing the dungeon to reset the timeline. The plan was to lead a quiet life from now on, but now it turns out he can help others become S-rankers? Maybe this is Yujin's chance at building his own entourage of powerful metahumans, but it may be easier said than done, which is very true. He does go through quite a bit of shit, but it's really, really entertaining. There's a lot of comedy. They love throwing in memes. And this little red guy down here in the corner of the cover, a little kind of like Firefox looking thing. His name's Peace, and I love him to death. He's one of my favorite like manhwa mascot monster characters. And he raises monsters for like as mounts or as companions for a lot of these S rankers, because he can get these monsters to S rank more often than not. And that's like a big deal in their world, because not anybody can really do that. And being an F class, that means he needs protection. So his S classes are put to work. And it's pretty great. Sometimes his S classes, though, being S classes, are more dangerous than they are protective. So it kind of flip-flops back and forth between, are they a danger to him? Or are they actually like there to protect him? They're mostly there to protect him. But they act out once in a while. They're all kind of brats. But you love him. Especially his I almost want to say older brother, his younger brother, Yuyun, right here, the kind of muscular version looking of him behind him with the wavier hair and the little gecko on his cheek. That's, I mean, I don't think it's a big spoiler or anything, but that little gecko is a fire elemental, which is not common even in a world that gets like dungeons and monsters and stuff. So he's very fiery based in his abilities. The girl to the left with the like short hair, kind of pixie cut, she's adorable. I love him. Her name's Yerim. She kind of becomes his sort of like adopted daughter slash little sister. He kind of becomes her guardian, like legally speaking. And she's 16, I think, around there, 15 or 16. She's still in high school, and she's a little tyke. I love her to death. She has like ice powers. So you got little brother and then kind of like adopted little sister slash daughter, and they always kind of butt heads, but it's almost like it's big sibling energy. I love it to death. Red-haired girl back here who's buff as hell, and she's drawn buff. That's a big plus in my book. I love the artist. The artist also loves to meme, and I follow them on Twitter, and it's great. Just, if you can, just follow them. It's so good. But he draws her so buff, and I love it. And she gets like this undercut haircut later on. She doesn't have it immediately. I'm forgetting her name. Oh my god. I want to call her Hira. I think that's close. Hira? Let me look it up. IS class under. Oh, I saw it. Characters. I can't get her name. Where is it? Someone replaced her character with like a singer. That's not her. Huna. There she is. It's like Google confused her name with an actual person. So there's just all the characters, and then it's just fucking her. This random real person who I don't know. Her name is Moon Huna. So she shares my surname. But they're almost all guild masters. Yuyun has his own guild. Huna has hers. Hyunjun. I think I just fucking butchered his name. Oh my god. I say his name so many times. Lord, what is his name? I'm gonna shit myself. What is his name? Oh, hell yes. I'll definitely look at that later. Where is he? Oh, Hyunjae. How the fuck did I fuck up his name? Sung Hyunjae, Mr. Business BL man in the back with the moon above his head. He also has his own guild. Taiwan here, Song Taiwan. The guy with like the black stuff coming off his hands. He doesn't have his own guild, but he really should. 11-foot tall goth man. Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay. We interrupt the schedule programming with me checking Discord because I need to see something. Let's see. The safe for work. Oh, goodness. Corvus Corax. Big goth man. Hello. I like the aesthetic. I like it. I don't know. Big men. Yes. I love it. Consider me intrigued. Anywho, let me get off Discord or I'm gonna get super distracted. But yeah, this is like one of my all-time favorites. I even have read the entire novel. Well, almost the entire novel. I'll binge like half a novel and then I'll read like a chapter here and there, like every few months. I'm very weird like that. Official art. Nice. The Fulgrim one blows my mind. They knew what they were doing when they were making that art. They knew. And they were just as horny as the rest of us. I don't blame them. But anyway. So yes, my S-class hunters. Very, very good. The novel is great. It's completed as of right now. I do believe so, yeah. I think like all the special episodes got put out as well. Or episodes, special chapters. But it's so good. They fucking... like, Eugen here, the main character, he like invents his own version of Mpreg, okay? Let me just throw that out there. Again, not a BL story, but it so tries to be without being kinda sorta. It really does skirt that line. It's edging. But yeah, read it on Webtoon. It's so good. It's so good. I put those away. Yeah, this is the new Just Chatting screen. Hope you all like it. I'm gonna call it my Moonflower Field. Moon Lily Field? Moon Iris Field. Moon, what do these look like? I'm not sure. That's just so calming. I got like some of my chill music. I think I used to have this as my stream ending music. But I moved this over here. Every other piece of music that you hear is brand new. The stream starting and stream ending music are things I got off of Pixbay? What's it called? What's the website called? I know I saved it. I was pretty sure I saved it. Did I not? Oh my god, I don't think I did. So get rid of that. I don't need it. Oh, I didn't save it. Did I really not save it? Am I a dingus? I don't think I saved it. Probably in my history somewhere. Pixabay, yeah. Most of it, if not all of it, is made by, yeah, not all of it, but the starting and the ending are made by Penguin Music on Pixabay. That's Pixabay. In fact, let me just put this in the chat. This is the link to their music. Big shout out to them. I gotta update my credits with all the new shit. I haven't had a chance to do that, but I'll do that after stream. And then I'd like to share this. My Be Right Back screen has new music, but this is original music that I commissioned, so it's for me. But there's a YouTube for it. We're gonna let me get desktop 2 on here. Display capture. Oh no, it's right there. It's gonna take up the whole screen. Oh, it's not showing. Interesting. Device not connected. Oh, there it is. It's that one. Yeah. So first of all, just put this like right here for now. My little dude right there. Lock it into place. So this is pixel based. So this is Penguin Music. This guy right here. He did. I think I used that one. I can't check. But yeah, I used like a couple. These are all like free to use. Yeah, if you get a copyright claim, you can pretty much just contact an author. But like they're all for the most part DMCA free, royalty free. And they're all free to download. But I mean, you can donate, and please do if you wind up using some of their music, 'cause it's really good. But what I wanted to show you was I'm gonna go to VGen. This is where I commissioned it from. VGen. That's awesome. I wish I was that lucky. So Animita, that's who made my music. With the deliverables. Yes, we're gonna go to the YouTube for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Hide all. Desktop audio too. Turn that on. Okay. Hide my music. Okay. We're gonna play this. So first of all, Animita is the one who made it. And this is their VGen. They're very, very sweet. And it was a skeb style, so it's kind of like I don't really have much say in the process. It's like a surprise me sort of thing. That's what skeb is. But they did ask for a little bit of feedback, kind of like what were the vibes I was looking for. So I gave them I gave them 4 like K-pop music examples, and I was like, if you could just kind of do something around these lines, just you have all the artistic liberty, just go ham, go nuts. But for the most part, that was just kind of the vibe I was looking for, and boy did they deliver. It's so good. So we're gonna listen to it. I'll wait from back, and here we go. I got the full thing that plays in my VR back screen. In fact, I'll go ahead and just show you a little preview of that real quick. And also, new stringer. Or stinger. Scene transition. Whatever the fuck you call them. Yes. Everything's pretty much new. But now I gotta hide all my audio sources that I don't use. Or just. I don't need to. I don't like clutter. I don't know why my, like, chat widget has audio. That can stay up. I don't need... That's the background. I don't need that. Go away. A neighbor just walked into the hallway and like dragged a body. It was really loud. Okay. Mute that because I don't need it. I can hide it. Okay. Hide that again. All right. So I'll go ahead and close this. I'm gonna move it like way down here to just about there. I open it up. It's there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Music can go back on. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming. If I can eventually get these fucking new models to work, it's mostly just like getting them into VRM. Fine, that was fine. Getting like all their little new things put on them, getting the horns attached and all that. While I cannot get the like physics of the string that comes off my like little horn ornament to work, while also attaching it properly. I couldn't get that. I just joined everything and I was like, okay, whatever. We're gonna lose physics, but at least it's attached and it moves with me like it should. Once I can get all that fucking figured out, or I did get it all figured out, excuse me. It was just the getting it made into a Waterdo file. That was what was really tripping me up. For whatever reason, the Waterdo S2 or SDK like mod for Unity was just not working. I mean, my poor assistant watched me do it for like 5 hours trying to get all this shit done, and I got the models all done. The fact that I couldn't get them converted to Waterdo files, just like, it's the worst. But anyway, hopefully I can get that figured out before next week. I wanted to debut like everything together, but oh well. We'll just do like stream overlays and music for this week, I guess. All right, we'll go ahead and jump over to the game. It's about time I actually play a game this week. Just not streaming Wednesday, just completely threw off the rest of my week. Oof, don't like it. But let's game, gamers. Okay, I already got it up and loaded. This is the new gaming screen. Looky, looky. It's all nice. The only problem is that the like size of the screen is a little off. Like, you can't make it as you can't make it the size you need to like fit perfectly in here. Like, I have to have it a little bit it's like a little bit off at the bottom. Like if I were to completely match it with the lines, I got a big old black bar on the side, so there's gonna be a little bit cut off at the bottom for the games from now on. I'm trying to mitigate it as much as possible, but just so you know, in the future, that is the case. Okay, got desktop audio on, jump into the game, and up this volume. What did I do last time? 20? 20, yeah. Yep, okay. So play, and load this one. Let me check my stream info. That's what I thought. There it is. I kind of kept everything as the same as like last week's stream, but I forgot to change the category back to Sifting Time. But now it is on Sifting Time, so good to go. Making friends. Let's jump in. Start. After lunch, I'm on my way to my next class, Food Innovations. As I enter the classroom, Jamie motions me to the empty seat beside him. Oh, Jamie, that's right, he's my boy. Oh, that reminds me. My guide, my Jamie guide. Where'd I put it? Games? No. Game demos. Yeah, that. Okay, I got it up now. We're on making friends. Yeah. Okay. We're good now. We saved you a spot, Moondalarum. Just like last class, he and Jeffrey are sitting next to each other. I take my seat beside them. Lunch did wonders on you, didn't it? You're looking like a ray of sunshine now. Are you feeling better from earlier? Yeah, lunch helped a lot. I'm glad you're feeling better, Moondalarum. It's too early in the semester to get discouraged. I hope that doesn't mean that I'll really feel that way by mid-semester. If I'm somehow surviving, you'll get by smoothly. Mark my words. Shouldn't you be worried about your grades too? Jeffrey brushes my question aside as the door swings open suddenly. A stream of students enter the classroom and take their seats. Among the last to enter is a familiar-looking face. I look closer and see that it is Leo. Oh, the rude bastard. He takes a front row seat without passing a glance in our direction. I was somewhat curious if he'd say hello. Maybe it's because everyone else has been so friendly. I suddenly catch Jamie and Jeffrey narrowing their gazes at me. Wait, do you know Leo? Well, I don't know if you'd say no. I briefly met him before. Did he chase you away from the classroom? He acts like he's the king of the kitchen sometimes. I wouldn't say it like that, but it's true. He clears his throat, ready to change the subject. Leo is kind of his own person, but I'm guessing you've gotten a taste of it already. What was your first impression of him like? He's not much of a people person, is he? Oh, they both like that. Give me both boys. If he is, then he has a hard time showing it. He wasn't too happy when I intruded in while he was cooking. At least I know to knock from now on. I wouldn't take it too personally, Moondalarum. He sometimes acts like that with us too. I glance in Leo's direction, waiting to find him glaring at us. He's still reading through his textbook, ignoring his surroundings. He's probably used to being watched or talked about all the time. To be honest, I don't know how much he'd share with me if I tried. That's Leo for you. Do you two know him well then? We're not exactly tight friends, but we see him weekly for our club activities. He's the president of Japan Club? What? Japan Club? Oh, you're both in a club too? They both nod in unison. What's the club like? You're all the fucking Japan otakus. Before Jamie can explain, the teacher arrives. I'll tell you more about it in a little bit. Class starts and the teacher runs through the general announcements. He hands out our course syllabus, which lists our assignments for the upcoming semester. Almost every assignment is listed as a group project. In this class, you will be assigned to work together in small groups. It is your group's responsibility to complete the assignments and continue your research outside of class. Several students glance in Leo's direction. Some of them shift in their seats to face him, but he doesn't seem to notice. Jeffrey leans close to me and Jamie. Having Leo in your group is the equivalent of winning the lottery. He's one of the top students at Lincoln. I wouldn't mind putting up with him for a good grade. Jamie gives Jeffrey a look and shakes his head at him. I've already determined your groups. So once I've called everyone, you may join the rest of your partners. I have a feeling I'm going to be in the same group as Leo, and I'm not going to enjoy it. Jeffrey is already leaning towards us with a smug expression. Is Jeffrey trying to find a way to be grouped with Jamie? The teacher begins calling out the first 5 groups as the students grow restless. I sit tight, ready for my name to be called. Group 6 will be Jamie, Jeffrey. Jamie and Jeffrey's eyes drift to mine, filled with hope. Leo? The class hushes for a second as he gives a silent nod and ignores the commotion. And lastly, Moondalarum. Okay, well at least I have my boys with me. I'm in group 6? I was hoping we'd have a chance to work together. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. He smiles at us until he spots Leo several rows ahead of us. Leo avoids his gaze and flips through his notebook instead. He really doesn't seem to be so excited to join us. Maybe he was hoping for another group? Besides, Moondalarum, this is a Japan Club reunion, isn't it? Gotta catch 'em all. I'm trying. I am trying. Now that you mention it, we do have that advantage as a group. Most of us already see each other outside of school for club activities. Maybe you should consider joining Japan Club too, Moondalarum. What is Japan Club? Please explain it to me. I make this joke every dating sim and no one can stop me. I don't want you to stop because I'm trying. Like, real me is poly. Let internet me be poly too, please. Then it'll be a real club meetup. What do you think? Yes. Where do I sign up? Hell yeah, they both like that. I like your spirit. You can sign up on Club Rush Day. Whoa, now maybe wait until the Club Rush to decide. There's still a lot of other clubs worth checking out. I guess you're right. But we can at least sweeten the offer a little for you, right? If you're interested, we can help you settle into our club easily. No matter which club you're interested in, I'm sure you'll enjoy the Club Rush event. It's one of my favorite things in the school year. Each club gets to decorate their own booth and showcase it however they want. It's going to be held this upcoming Friday, since Fridays are non-class days. We'll be turning our classrooms into battle stations for our booth. It's more like a taste testing festival than anything else. Oh, do we make like exclusively Japanese food? Is that what Japan Club is? Are y'all weebs? I need to know the difference here. But it's mostly so we can get new members. I hope we can at least get a few who aren't just joining to ogle at Jeffrey and Leo. The club has lots of fun events planned throughout the year, some even in our other cities. Whoa, clubs that have events in other cities? What the fuck? What types of events does the club organize? We do all kinds of things. The Club Rush is is the first one of the year and one of the busiest. Which reminds me, we should start organizing for it sometime or some more. I'll have to ask Leo about the plan since he's this year's president. He's president of Japan Club. Oh, Leo. It's his first year since our former president graduated last year. Oh, graduated. He went to senior heaven. Who knows what this new Mr. Prez is gonna do? To be fair, he's very dedicated to the club. I can imagine clubs sound like serious business here at Lincoln. Both boys nod in unison. The teacher finishes calling out the last groups and summons our attention again. Your group assignment will be to complete a survey about upcoming food innovations and trends. Select a trend that you believe will cultivate the most positive influence for the food and agriculture industry. There are no wrong answers unless you don't participate. Jamie's pen is already flying across his paper as he jots down notes. I'm sure people like him and Leo are familiar with food innovations. You can all start now. Feel free to move around the classroom if you need to. At once, the students disperse to their new groups. Jamie, Jeffrey, and I barely move to a seat over, leaving an extra spot open for Leo. Leo gets up and walks towards us. Several students glance over as he takes a seat beside me. Tyler is pretty popular at my old school, but Leo seems like a real A-lister. Leo accepts the assignment sheet from the teacher. He sets it on the center of the table for everyone to read, and promptly opens up his notebook. We don't have much time, so let's get started. Hold it, aren't you going to greet Moondalarum? Moondalarum is the new transfer student. We've met. It's hard to forget someone who keeps barging into cooking sessions unannounced. I guess he remembers me, asshole. Look at this fucking face. This bitch face right here. We shouldn't waste any more time. We can each mark the topics we're familiar with and start from there. I scan down the list of food innovations and read them out loud for the group. Going down the list, there's blockchains? What? For food? Get this NFT bullshit out of here. Vertical farming, lab-grown meat, robotic chefs? Sign me up for robotic chefs, please. I want to date a robot chef. Leo and Jamie scribble down notes as I read them off. Jeffrey sits back in his seat, eyes closed. I can't tell if he's thinking or sleeping, so I clear my throat before moving on to the second half of the list. Then there's high-pressure processing, 3D printed food, cellular agriculture, personalized nutrition. Do you know anything about these topics? Well, how did you even get into the school then? God damn, boy. Like, fucking get off my dick. Unless you're gonna write it. Come on, Leo, don't be like that. It's their first day. For fuck's sake, yeah. Leo taps his pencil on the desk, growing impatient. His stare burns into mine. You still haven't answered my question. Do you know anything about these topics? Hang on, I'm thinking. Just thinking? It seemed like you were ready to look everything up on your phone when we weren't looking. It wouldn't hurt to refresh my memory a little if need be, or if I need to. I mean, shit, I got ADHD, man. My memory sucks. Not at all. I know I need it too. There's an awkward silence as we all look down at our notebooks. I hear a noise and look over. Jeffrey is reclining in his seat and is lulling himself to sleep. Wake up, Jeffrey. This project includes you too. Jeffrey peers over with his big purple eyes as he rests on the desk. He glosses over the sheet, then pushes it towards Jamie. Do you know any of this gibberish, Jamie? I'm familiar with vertical farming. They already use it successfully in some places, and it still has room to improve. Once it does, it might become even more mainstream. What is vertical farming exactly? In vertical farming, plants are grown in a solution filled with nutrients instead of soil. Okay. This way, you can grow vast quantities of crops in rows stacked over each other. It means using less water and space in the long run. It's an interesting concept, but there are others on this list that are just as important. Blockchains have been useful for several years now. Okay. Please explain this one to me, because if it's not NFTs, we can further use them to improve our supply chain record keeping. He glances at Jeffrey's confused expression and shakes his head. This boy is into NFTs. I don't like him. For those who don't know what a blockchain is, it's a way to keep digital records of transactions. It is a blockchain. Blockchains also prevent the records from being altered. Normal record-keeping methods make it easy for people to edit data to whatever they want. So it's easier for scammers to change information while undetected under normal record-keeping methods. Blockchains sound really important to have nowadays. It's extremely important if you're working in the food industry. Yeah, just print me out a monkey and eat it. I know NFTs and blockchains aren't like exclusive to each other, but Jesus Christ, that's all I can think of. You need to keep the most accurate data if you're planning on managing a complex business one day. I barely understood any of that other than digital records. I'm guessing it's just a fancy way of saying that it will keep hackers away from your data. That's one major benefit to using blockchains. I see its benefits, but we're supposed to only choose one topic to discuss. This might be a great chance to research vertical farms more. That's where everything begins, essentially. I agree, but blockchains make it more efficient for companies in the first place. You just want to do your own shit, and you don't care about anyone else's opinion, so fuck off. As the two begin to grow heated, I turn to Jeffrey, only to find him scrolling through photos on Clickagram. Okay. I wonder if this is any different than how they act during their club meetings. Distracted, Jeffrey nearly teeters off his seat. I'd pay to see that. Just in time, he grabs a hold of the table and steadies himself. Leo and Jamie stop their bickering at once and turn to him. Ignoring them, Jeffrey peers through the list again, then resumes on his phone. Are there any other topics you're interested in, Jeffrey? Honestly, I'm fine with any of them. But if you really want my opinion, robotic chefs sound pretty cool. Yeah, I'm with you there, Jeffrey. Let's date robotic chefs. They also don't sound like a lot of research. He sets the phone down before me on the table and plays a video. Here's what a robot chef looks like in action. I scoot the phone towards the center of the table for everyone else to watch. A short video plays of a robotic chef in Japan making okonomiyaki pancakes. The robot flawlessly greases the pan, stirs the batter in a bowl, and pours the pancake. Our jaws drop as he flips the pancake over with 2 spatulas. It's cooked to perfection. Chef's kiss. Tell me that's not cool. That's awesome. It's actually pretty... Yeah, exactly, Jamie. That's pretty awesome. He's fitted with multiple joints so he can prep, stir, and use the spatula. That's quite impressive. I think it's awesome and all. But if robot chefs become mainstream, what's going to happen to all the celebrity chefs? I can't imagine robots becoming super mainstream anytime soon. Yeah, it's not like they can make any innovation or anything. They still need a human behind them to, like, tell them what to do. Like, what to make and how to make it. They can only make certain types of food right now. And robots aren't the whole package right now. What do you mean, Jeffrey? Imagine turning on the television and watching a robot trying to teach you how to cook. No visual appeal, no charm, no expressions, nothing. Nobody wants to watch someone cook without a sense of charisma and style. Maybe not for instructional cooking shows, but it could be used for other practical reasons. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one at Leakin sometime soon. It's not a bad idea, but it's still in development. After watching this video, I see its possibilities. Maybe we should narrow it down to one of these 3 ideas then. That should work. Between these 3, we have a lot to research on. Did Jeffrey really push them back into focus? Not wanting to question it, I settle back to work. Jeffrey sets his phone to play another robot chef video, and we each take turns searching for videos about the other topics. Bleh. It doesn't take long for us to get back on track. So Leo, we were wondering if you've given any thought about the plans for the club rush. Leo opens his mouth, then notices me taking notes beside him. We should probably wait to talk about it till the club meeting. Oh, this asshole. God forbid you talk about it in front of me. I just thought maybe we could brainstorm a little before the meeting. If it's because Moon Dalarum is here, you don't have to worry. I promise I won't listen. It's better if we waited until later today anyway. You win. We'll wait till after school. Jeffrey and I will be there. I still can't believe Club Rush is happening this Friday. I forgot we have club today. I could have sworn it wasn't until... You've used that excuse before, Jeffrey. It's not going to work again. We need all hands on deck for this upcoming rush. Are there at least going to be shifts? Please tell me we at least get a break this time to go exploring. Jeffrey's gaze then falls upon an unsuspecting Jamie who's still taking notes. Come to think of it, having Jamie around is like having 2 or 3 club members at once. So, are you sure you'll still need me? I already got approval to be excused for our last class on Wednesday and Thursday to work on the booth. Had I known you weren't going to help, I wouldn't have put your name on the list. Wait, never mind then. You can definitely count me in. Glad you're on board again, Jeffrey. You know you won't regret it. Jeffrey tries to shrug it off, but the heat rises to his face while lamenting the hard days ahead. Before I knew it, Leo focuses on me. Are you attending the club rush too? I'm planning on it. It's a rather important day after all. As a new student, what are you looking forward to the most at the event? I'm surprised he's talking to me. Yeah, it's a great way to network. I mean, yeah. It's a great way to connect with new people. I'm still working on learning how to network properly. It's definitely a good place to start networking. It's a skill you need everywhere nowadays. He's speaking from his experience as a full-time schmoozer, chatting it up with those fancy events and all. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Just make sure to at least visit our booth that day. I'll save an extra treat for you. Leo flinches in his seat, but keeps working on the assignment. I follow his cue and start working again, all while my head spins about Club Rush Day for the rest of the class. Did we pick a subject? Because I don't think we did, unless we picked the robot chefs. I don't remember getting a chance to pick, but okay. As soon as the last class is over, I decide to head to the common room for a quick break before homework. Yo, they got board games. And a nice TV, and a nice window with a seat in front of it. Rich people. After grabbing a snack, I sit down on the table and look over tonight's homework assignments. As I pull out my planner, the pamphlet for Club Rush Day from homeroom drifts to the table. Hey there, how did your first day go? Hey, Robin. Robin comes up from behind me, cradling a stack of textbooks. Hey, Robin, it wasn't so bad, at least the last half of the day. Robin takes a seat beside me and peeks at the club pamphlet. Did you get a chance to look over the list of clubs yet? I haven't until just now. Everyone's been talking about it in class. I know the list can be overwhelming since there's a lot going on. Robin folds the rest of the pamphlet open and skims through the list of clubs. There's some really popular ones, like French Club, which gets dozens of new members every year. They also make delicious macarons. Macarons? Macarons. Macarons? Macarons. But the new theme. I don't eat them, so I never know how to say them. They appear in a lot of, like, romance fantasy manhwas, though. I mean, that's like dessert number one that's always present at a little tea time table. Last year, they decorated them with little animal faces. That's cute. That's cool. Which other clubs are popular? The Food Art Club has a lot of members. They keep a dedicated clickogram account for their creations. Baking Club is super popular, of course, and their booth is always full of pastries. Ugh, I want to go there. Ugh, I could go for a pastry right now. Like a little strawberry tart or something? Ugh, I'm hungry now. Damn. I could go on for hours about this. Are there any others you've started looking into? A few classmates were telling me about Japan Club. That's another popular one too. But it seems to only have 3 members. So how is it popular? How's Japan Club overall? How does Japan Club rank here at Lincoln? It ranks pretty high. Maybe not as high as French, but they seem to have a dedicated group of members. Joining them will look good on paper too, if that's what you're asking. Oh yeah. Yeah, I went to Lincoln, a very prestigious school, but I was also in Japan Club. Japan Club. Very important. Sorry, just the name alone does not sound important. Neither does French Club. French Cuisine Club, I guess, would have been better, but... Anyways, don't put too much pressure on yourself right now to find the perfect club. Go explore and see what what each one has to offer first. Thanks for your help, Robin. Goodbye, my fellow they. I'll leave you to it then. See you back in the room. Once Robin heads out, I pull out my phone. I search for Tyler's text conversation and start a new message. The husband has opened VTube Studio. He's about to stream, isn't he? Promise I'd tell him how my day went. What should I tell him? I survived. You've got this. Let's catch up sometime. As I finish gathering my items together, my gaze drifts down to the Japan Club on the pamphlet. There's still a few more days before the club rush to figure things out. Jamie, Jeffrey, and Leo sound like they'll be pretty busy preparing for Friday. From the sound of things, it should be an exciting day. The week has breezed on by, and now it's Friday, Club Rush Day. Well, that was fast. There are no classes today, but the campus is swarming with students bustling between classrooms and setting up their booths along the hallways. It'll be exciting to see what everyone's been working on. This is very, like, Japanese club day. In every anime I've ever watched that has to do with a high school. I've barely seen Jamie, Jeffrey, and Leo over the past couple of days. They probably have been extremely busy with their booth for Japan Club. Do I have to keep calling it Japan Club? I don't know what it is, it just sounds funny. Though I did overhear Jamie and Leo this week complaining under their breaths about Jeffrey. I mean, how can they be surprised at this point? Jeffrey must have successfully weaseled out of helping. I wonder how everything worked out for their club. Getting to the hallway is a hassle, but I luckily managed to follow a crowd straight into the entrance. Balloons everywhere! As I enter the main hall, dozens of new sights and smells seize me from every direction. It's gotta smell amazing in here. Each of the booths have their own flair and theme to stand out from each other. Some clubs are already putting their samples out after cooking up a storm in their classroom kitchens. A delicious aroma has already begun sweeping through the hallway. Everyone's really going all out. I have to show Tyler this. I wish Tyler could be here. Doesn't this look cool? Club Rush here is on a whole other level. Ugh, lucky, enjoy all the free food. The bell rings and the rest of the students pour inside, ready to explore. As I pull out the Club Rush pamphlet to review, someone taps me on my shoulder. You've made it just in time. Ready to take lots of pics for the gram? I'm definitely hoping to take some with all these colorful booths in the background. Maybe we should take some together. I'd like to, but I haven't had the chance to look around yet. I don't even know where to start. My eyes scan across the booths again. The smell of something delicious steals my attention away till I hear Jeffrey chuckle. I know you were going to be impressed, but you're really excited about this. This definitely isn't anything like my old high school's Club Rush. Everything looks amazing, down to the decorations. Just wait till everyone puts the rest of their food out. We're still finishing ours in one of the classrooms. Wait, then why aren't you there? Yeah, Jeffrey, why aren't you there? And miss all the excitement? Last year I only got to visit half the booths. I'm sure Jamie and Leo love that. This year I'm planning to hit all of them, some even twice. He takes the pamphlet from my hands and slips it into his pocket. Hey, I need that. Not if I'm your tour guide for the day. Oh, smooth criminal here. I know all the good stops, and I don't mean to brag, but I do know how to get around these long lines. So, how about it? Okay. Yes, please, Jeffrey to the rescue. I'd really appreciate the help. I don't know where to start. Just stick with me then, and I'll show you the best Lincoln has to offer. The best snacks, I mean. He shoots me a grin as he pulls out his phone. I'm so ready for this adventure, are you? Just lead the way. Trust me, it'll be fun. He snaps a shot of the booths lying down the hallway. I needed a wide shot for my first for my clickogram story. God, clickogram. That's a name. I should also take some of each booth, but first, he pulls next to me and aims his phone at us for a photo. Oh, we're taking selfies? This will definitely go in my clickogram story too. So now that we're all set, let's get started. We start this tour by making our way down the first hallway. Jeffrey leads the way, navigating through the crowd like a pro. Me at Comic-Con International San Diego. Legit, I'm pretty good at navigating those enormous crowds. And getting from one side of the convention center, which is a big convention center, to the other in record time. The moment students take notice of him, they immediately part the crowd and let us through. Okay, that didn't happen to me at Comic-Con. I literally had to fight my way through. Several of the club members try to usher him towards their booths. It's Jeffrey. Do you want a cherry slushie? I do. Hey Jeffrey, are you here to check out the Italian food club? I am. Come visit our club. We've made your favorite. What about me? Sweet, I'll be sure to visit in a bit. Jeffrey casually waves and shoots them a charming grin as we continue walking. Everyone's so nice, don't you think? You're quite popular. How do you know everybody? I have my ways. I fuck around. And we end it there. He just fucks around. A member of the baking club approaches us and cheerfully hands Jeffrey an enamel pin in the shape of a muffin? Hey, Jeffrey, we were wondering when you'd stop by. Are you working your booth today, or will you be able to visit us this year? I've got a flexible schedule at the moment. He accepts the muffin pin and attaches it to his uniform. The student's expression brightens. We're going down the list of booths, so hang tight. We'll be here, or we'll be there. I plan on visiting every booth this year and scope out what's new. You're the best, Jeffrey. We'll save you some extra muffins, too. It'll be the perfect snack on an awesome day. As the student returns to his booth, I see Jeffrey admiring his new pin. Are you just visiting each of the clubs, or are you really thinking of switching? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I like Japan Club since Jamie's also there, but Leo likes to ride my back all the time about participating more. He sometimes tries to get Jamie to do it to me too. You're lucky you don't have to deal with him this week during club prep. Were you actually helping out the club? He shoves his hands into his pockets and gives a half-hearted smile. I tried my best. They sometimes like to go off on their own tangents. Now I get to go on mine. I'll still be working at our booth at some point. It's not like I'm always helping out. It's not like I'm always helping out on activity days. What other sort of activities have you done with the club? Let's see. Come to think of it, I don't really remember each event, but I remember what we made for them. Last year we made karage. Ooh, karage. 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 I could go for that fucking like right now. Ugh, my god. With like some spicy mayo. No, stop. I had a sandwich like 5 hours ago. I shouldn't be hungry, but I am. Japanese fried chicken for our end of the year festival. That was a huge hit. I mean, it's chicken and it's karage. Please, make some for me. Then for the spring event, we made some tasty yakisoba. At once, he takes out his phone and pulls me in to show me his click-o-gram posts. So I was right, they're just making like Japanese food, so that's what Japan Club is. I share all of our dishes online. He scrolls to one dish of crispy karage, then another of a steaming plate of yakisoba noodles. Did you really make all of these dishes? Well, I helped out on most of them. Jamie has some decent plating skills, so he often helps me get the perfect shot. I like to make my posts aesthetically pleasing. I can see why. All of your photos have thousands of likes. Without warning, he guides me towards a large booth with colorful pyramids of macaroons. His gaze sparkles as we part through the crowd to admire the pyramid. This is the French Club's booth. Isn't it amazing? Are all of these macarons for the students, or... Several students gush from afar as Jeffrey takes an Earl Grey macaron from the bottom of the pyramid and plops it in his mouth. From the bottom? You went bottom first in a pyramid? You want to knock that shit over? He savors every bite. We can only have one of each, but I could eat hundreds of them if they'd let me. Smirking, Jeffrey gestures at the club members before taking another macaron. To my surprise, he holds it out to me. Would you like a bite? Oh boy. Okay, I'm kind of like referencing my guide here, and this is a Jamie guide, yeah? Yeah, okay. Well, opens wide. I'm glad you're just as into sweets as I am. I take a small bite of my macaron as Jeffrey watches me in earnest. So, what do you think? You're right, it's delicious. Whether you're into sweets or not, they are worth trying. He smiles at me as I finish the rest of my macaron. What flavor was it? You got the Earl Grey. What did I get? While I'm chewing, my phone buzzes. Did someone just snap me? Oh god. No, yeah, it's basically Snapchat. Jamie. Almost ready to open. Hope you stop by our booth. Should we visit another booth? Maybe we'll pass by Japan Club's booth. Sure thing, there's definitely more to see. Without missing a beat, he parts the crowd surrounding the French Club booth. French Club booth. Bleh. My mouth is getting tongue-tied, if that's possible. Jeffrey ends up leading me into another cluster around the Food Art Club. The booth is teeming with students hovering around various tables and taking photos of each other's creations. That sounds like a dystopia, I'm not gonna lie. Just everybody surrounding everybody else, taking pictures, posting it on the gram. And here we have the Food Art Club. It's definitely one of my favorites. I'm surprised you aren't in this club instead. Like I said, I have my reasons for choosing Japan Club. That doesn't mean I can't pop in every now and then during their food art meetups. Don't tell Jamie and Leo, but I'm the Food Art Club's honorary secret club member. He takes me to one of the tables next to a large television screen showcasing a live screen grab of the club's clickogram profile. They have a station here for students to create their own art foodie piece. When you're finished, the club takes a photo of it and uploads it onto their clickogram. That actually sounds kind of fun. Then bam! You're a part of the Click-a-Famous Club. Oh boy. It sounds like a pretty neat idea. Then why don't you try making an art piece too, Moondalarum? He leads me to a station with several dishes. They are chopped boiled eggs, fruits, greens, and sliced meats arranged beside an empty plate. You can create whatever design you want. But eggs? They're gonna be sitting out all day. I'm really interested to see your creative skills. What should I make? Yeah, a farm scene. And Jimmy liked that. He's not even here, but he likes it. He sensed a disturbance in the force. He's like, someone's romancing me. How about a farm scene made of fruits? I gotta blow my nose. Hold on a second. Oh, that has been bothering me for like 20 minutes. Oof. Okay. Did you grow up on a farm? He narrows his gaze at me as I pick out my ingredients. Wait, you're not homesick, are you? What gave you that idea? I just happen to like farms. I like playing Stardew Valley, okay, dude? Bro. Oh, good. You had me worried there for a second. If you're homesick, that means I'm not doing my job. He winks at me while handling a fistful of strawberries to me. Ooh, strawberries. Just fucking put them in my mouth. Fuck art. After a few minutes of delicate chopping and reshaping, my design is complete. I'm actually quite pleased with it, but Jeffrey's on a whole other level of loving it. I got a cough, hold on, because like I blew my nose and now my throat tickles. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. He admires my creation in awe as if it were an exhibit at a museum. It turned out way better than I thought it would, Moondalarum. I think we've discovered your new hidden talent. Without warning, he hovers over my design and takes several shots. Before every photo, he makes sure everything looks perfect. He finally stands aside as an official club member takes a photo of my design on their phone. As soon as the club member heads to another student, Jeffrey directs me to the screen. Now all we have to do is wait a second. Within a few seconds, the screen refreshes. My design is now showing up on their clickogram feed. Then wait for them to refresh the page again. Like clockwork, the screen refreshes one more time. In a matter of seconds, my design already has 100 likes. And there you have it, the power of sharing your art online. You'd definitely be a good fit for the Food Art Club. Maybe, but there's still a lot of other clubs I haven't seen. You're right. We both stay watching for a few more new uploads. Jeffrey has a remark for each of them, mostly good, but he's also very critical about angles, aesthetic, and color harmonies. He doesn't even seem aware of how absorbed he gets into it. Hey, Moondalarum. Hey, Robin. To my surprise, Robin emerges from the crowd and approaches us. I'm so glad you could make it to the club rush. Are you having fun? It's been great so far. We were just... Robin is surprised to see Jeffrey standing beside me, distracted by the screen. I see you have your own personal tour guide for the day. On prompt, Jeffrey turns to us. I'm making sure Moondalarum has a good time. A good time exploring the booths, he means. That's good. I was worried earlier if it was going to be too overwhelming for you. I'm glad you have someone around to help you. I've been doing a little exploring myself before my shift. Your shift? Which club do you belong to? I've been a member of the Food Art Club since last year. We're working on some exciting new plans for this upcoming year. I hope you can all raise enough to visit Italy finally. Oh, jeez. This school's so rich, you think they'd just be able to pay for their students to go wherever the fuck they want. You were all so close last year. We are crossing our fingers. Hopefully this will be our chance. Do any of you have any of you have extra space for me in your luggage? Robin shakes their head and chuckles. We'll keep you posted, Jeffrey. For the meantime, are you going to show Moondalarum any more booths? That's the plan. We should keep going, but in case Jamie or Leah asks, tell them that you haven't seen me. I was never here. Wait, what if we get Robin in trouble? It's all good, Moondalarum. I'll keep my end of the deal as long as he promises to be an excellent tour guide. You got that, Jeffrey? That's the plan. Zipping into the crowd, Jeffrey asks a head start, or what? Whoa, brain, what are you doing? Read properly. Zipping into the crowd, Jeffrey gets a head start towards the next booth. Before I can follow him, Robin holds me back by the shoulder. He's probably the best tour guide you'll ever have, so have fun. Promise you'll tell me all about it later? Sure, Robin. Good luck with your club. Robin waves at me, then assumes their post as one of the station attendants. I scurry to catch up to Jeffrey, who's already talking up a storm with members of another club. Come join us, Moondalarum. You have to check out this booth. And this one, and all those. Before I can respond, he hurries me along and whisks me through the halls. Clickogram, new notification. Looks like Jeffrey posted something on Clickogram. What is he up to? Oh, is that a PB&J? Made a blended nut spread with a spiced grape reduction paired with seared bunny. This is definitely a PB&J. That's a plain PB&J and answer your phone already. Should try a PB&J muffin next time? PB&J muffin? I don't know about that. Do those exist? Hold on. I need to know. PB and J. Oh god, they do exist? I mean, it's like peanut butter dough with like jelly inside, or is it both jelly and peanut butter? The fuck is this? Yeah, click on this. Show me the pictures. I wanna see. I guess there is like peanut butter and jelly inside, huh? Give me some better pictures. Break one of those puppies open. Let me see. Large eggs, buttermilk, vegetable oil, vanilla extract, smooth peanut butter, seedless strawberry jam. Ooh. Okay. That looks like just like the jam inside. Are incredibly moist and fluffy, super quick and easy to throw together, loaded with peanut butter flavor, filled and swirled with strawberry. Okay, so yeah, it's like peanut butter flavors the muffin and then the strawberry jam's in the middle. For this specific recipe anyway, that I'm looking at. It actually looks good. Okay. Okay. But at least he seared the bun, which means he like toasted the bread. A toasted PB&J sandwich? Much better than just normal. Nothing beats the PB&J. In fact, I think I'm going to get one now. To be continued. Oh, we finished a chapter. Nice. To Japan Club. Jeffrey and I spend the afternoon exploring more booths at the Club Rush. Each of them are vibrantly decorated and everyone is excited to give us samples of their signature dishes. Everything is beyond delicious. I'm quickly losing count of everything we've eaten. The two of us leave the Italian Club booth nibbling on samples of tiramisu. This might be a contender for this year's best dish. What do you think? Don't you think we should wait until we visited the other clubs? As we reach the end of the hallway, Jeffrey scoots up against the wall. Is somebody looking for you? He peers out from the corner, then hides again. Is everything okay, Jeffrey? Yeah, everything's fine. But you're right. We should probably go check out the other clubs in the other hallway. I knew it. There you are. Jamie grabs him by the shoulders and starts dragging him down the hall. Help! The farmer boy is trying to kidnap me. Protect my tiramisu with your life, Moondalarum. He struggles with Jamie to hand me his leftover tiramisu. This is the time for games, Jeffrey. I almost called him James. Wow. Jamie steers him towards the Japan Club booth in the other hall. But it's currently empty? Hey, why is the booth closed? There's a commotion going on inside the nearby classroom kitchen. I hear somebody hollering. Someone hollering. Is that Leo's voice? Leo? Yelling? Jamie plops Jeffrey onto a seat behind the booth. Where have you been all this time? We've been trying to reach you for hours. We know you live on your phone, so what gives? Maybe I do most of the time, but not during Club Rush. I had some important things to take care of. Jamie spots our half-eaten tiramisus and shakes his head. I was giving Moondalarum a proper tour of each club. We said you could go exploring after you finish your shift at our booth. Wait, so the booth's been closed this whole time? It was open earlier, but we had to close it because Finn and Hazel had an accident in the kitchen. We just took them to the infirmary. Jesus Christ, people are dying. What? What happened? They collided while holding stacks of plates and both fell over on top of the broken plates. Ooh, ow. They got cuts from the broken dishes. Oh, yikes. I hope they'll be okay. Who are Finn and Hazel? They're fellow Japan Club members. And more importantly, they're club officers, so we're short on people. We don't have enough hands to make food and manage the booth at the same time. We've had to close the booth for the meantime until we're caught up. Jeffrey avoids Jamie's gaze. So that's what happened. Yeah. Leo pokes his head out from the classroom. I don't want to be a nag, Jamie, but we have a lot of work to do. I'll be there in just a minute. He turns to Jeffrey, whose gaze drifts to the last of his tiramisu instead. Could you please just give us a hand, Jeffrey? You know I can't say no. Jeffrey looks at me. I just wish we could have had more time to check out the other clubs. Sorry for cutting things short, Moondalarum. No, it's okay. This is really important to everyone. I just realized I was on the wrong chapter for my guide. There we go. Your club needs your help. So if you're ready to get started, I've got your apron ready, Jeffrey. He holds up a spare apron out to him from the door. Jeffrey reclines in his seat, resisting the urge to run. Just think about how awesome his booth is going to be once it's back on. I know it's going to be awesome. We've got a lot of competition out there. He smiles at me, but it's not the same carefree grin from earlier. I'm gonna go in now and help them. Thanks for letting me be your tour guide, Moondalarum. It was a lot of fun while it lasted. I had a lot of fun too. Thanks for showing me around. I hope you can check us out once we've reopened the booth. Have fun exploring the rest of the Club Rush. As Jamie and Jeffrey start heading to the classroom, I call out to them. Hold on a second, you three. This is not there. Oh, there it is. Okay, Japan Club. Need an extra hand? Tyler liked that. Interesting. Do you need an extra hand? I know I'm not an official club member, but we'd love your help, Moondalarum. Thanks for offering. Don't worry if you don't know much about Japanese food. We can give you a crash course while we cook together. The third one was so reluctant. Yeah. And don't read too much into anything Leo says. In fact, just ignore his bitch ass. We know you're a decent cook. I'd be happy to help. Before following them, I noticed Leo standing by the doorway, looking ready to give us all an earful. I turned to Jeffrey and Jamie to whisper to them, "Is Leo going to be okay with me helping out?" "It's fine by me. We don't have much of a choice at this point. So they can join us? As long as they don't rupture my eardrums." Well, do you expect me to go in there and just start screaming? What the fuck? "And as long as they can work efficiently without getting in everyone or anyone's way." Leo hands me a spare apron. "Thanks for including me as an honorary member, Leo. I'll do my best." I tie my apron on quickly and join the group. Leo tosses an apron at Jeffrey. He jumps to catch it, but it lands on his head. "Ah, thanks for blinding me, Prez." Jeffrey grumbles as he ties his apron on. Leo smirks at him, then regains his focus. Oh, he smirked. He fucking did something other than frown. Oh my god. Now that we're all settled, let's get started. We need to work fast. He leads us inside the classroom. The other club members are diligently working at their kitchen stations, but they all look exhausted. They've probably been working non-stop all afternoon. Since we don't know how long Finn and Hazel will be out, we'll need to reassign duties. Some of you will need to manage the booth while the rest of us cook. Why don't I work at the booth? I can handle the crowd, easy peasy. Or I should still appoint some more members to help you out. I'm not taking any chances of you running off again. Come on, Leo, it's for a good cause. He winks in my direction, but I try not to react, especially with Leo watching. I'm counting on you to make a good impression. We don't want to scare off any new members or get them thinking that this is some party club. That won't be a problem. Then why am I still nervous about this idea? Jamie leans into Leo and whispers in his ear. You know he'll do a good job. I'll check up on him every now and then to make sure he's still working. You'd better be right about this. Listening in on their conversation, Jeffrey smirks at him. Leo rolls his eyes and turns his attention towards me. We already have enough people working on the yakitori and yakisoba, so you and Jamie can help me make more okonomiyaki. If you're not familiar with okonomiyaki, it's a popular type of Japanese pancake. It's usually made with cabbage, flour, and whatever meats and vegetables you'd like to add. It's sort of like a pizza where you can add other things to the base ingredients. There's lots of variations of okonomiyaki all over Japan. It's also one of our club's most popular dishes. There's no way we can reopen our booth without it. Oh, that makes sense now. I saw several people around the school eating it. That's cool to hear. How are they eating it? Normally for okonomiyaki, you like eat it right off the grill. Well, we have green onions, cabbage, and seafood we need to finish prepping. Leo and I can prepare the seafood. Do you think you can shred the vegetables and chop the other Shred the cabbages and chop the other vegetables. Whoa, brain. Skipping ahead. I think I can do it. Good, we'll get those done if the three of us work quickly. And once the food is ready, you can hand it off to me to serve. Jeffrey gives us a thumbs up, then makes his way to the booth outside. 2 other club members follow him out. Looks like they're on Leo's orders to keep Jeffrey in check. Leo waits till they're gone before he leads me to my workstation. I think this goes without saying, but make sure everything is properly diced. Okay, bitch. We don't have time to go back and fix mistakes. Get off my dick. Jesus. Don't worry, Leo. Moondalarum will do just fine. Jamie takes a spot on the counter across from me. After setting up, he begins dicing several pieces of squid and octopus on the cutting board. Blech. I'm not a fan. Working beside him, Leo whisks flour into a bowl. He mixes in grated yams and eggs as he turns to Jamie. Can you also prepare the sauce, Jamie? I'll get right on it. Both of them are so quick and focused. I should get started working too. I set down the cabbage heads and vegetables on the cutting board. I start by cutting them into thin slices, then chop them down into tiny pieces. One down, several more to go. Jamie multitasks between mixing sauces in another bowl while preparing the seafood. Leo is still whisking the batter with no sign of winding down. As he sets down his bowl, he suddenly catches my eye. Is something wrong? Not at all. It's interesting to watch you both work. We've made okonomiyaki for a few events before, so it's sort of second nature to us by now. I prefer other types of dishes for club events, but okonomiyaki is undoubtedly popular here. It's also easy to make since you can make it with whatever ingredients available. It sounds like the perfect meal for busy students. That's so true, Moondalarum. Maybe we should consider making some during our study sessions. Leo pretends to ignore us, focusing on his batter. I finish shredding the cabbages, so I begin chopping the green onions. Jamie pushes several bowls of diced seafood towards Leo's corner. Without missing a beat, he returns to work on the sauce. Are you almost finished, Moondalarum? I push several bowls of my first batch of cabbage and green onions towards him, then start on a new batch. Leo examines each of the bowls, then eyes me from afar. Oh God, what? You've done a decent job considering the time crunch we're on. Oh, a compliment. Are you warming up to Moondalarum now, Leo? Why don't you just keep working? Jamie retreats back to his work in his corner. Leo mixes in the greens. Okay, I did read that right. Into the batter, then delicately mixes everything together. After a few minutes, he places a ladle full of batter onto the grill. I've missed that sizzling. Have you ever tried okonomiyaki, Moondalarum? I have. I'm not really a fan. At least with the ingredients that I was given. There's not really... I'm unfortunately a picky eater. Like green onions and cabbage and stuff. I don't hate cabbage, but I don't like it in a lot of stuff. I kind of like it by itself. Or as like a side thing that you like eat to sort of like help with something greasy. Or like in Korean barbecue when you wrap like a big old cabbage leaf around some meat and you eat that together. That's good. But like okonomiyaki is like hit or miss for me. But the guide wants me to say it's one of my favorite dishes, so everything I said is bullshit. There's a really popular restaurant back home that serves delicious okonomiyaki. I wonder what they think of ours then. I know a few good places too. It might be a bit biased, but I think our club's version is still my favorite. Where do they live? Cause like, my character I think is supposed to be from a small town, and small towns don't usually just have places that serve okonomiyaki of all things. Unless this is like a Japanese school with a bunch of kids that are named like Jamie and Leo? I don't know. Where are we located? Where's Lincoln? Just a little biased, Jamie? Jamie narrows his eyes at him. Am I saying things, or is a cat fight ready to break out? Either way, you're in luck, Moondalarum. I'll make sure to save one for you. Wow, really? Would that be alright? Of course. Perks of working the booth. I'd like to hear what you think about our version. Leo looks up from behind the grill. It took me a while to understand their appeal, but there's no denying how popular they are. I'm interested to hear what you have to say too. He is? Leo places the new batch onto plates. He cranes his neck, searching for Jeffrey at the door. You can reopen the booth now, Jeffrey. We have some ready to go. Jeffrey surprises us with a thumbs up from the doorway. Perfect timing, we've got people coming our way. Several members collect the dishes from Leo as he starts on another batch. I chop twice as fast to match his pace, but he's fast. As we continue working, we hear a crowd beginning to form around the booth outside. Seconds later, we hear people cheering, followed by a familiar laugh. Sounds like Jeffrey's living it up outside. That should be good news for us, as long as he's promoting the actual club and not just himself. There's a cat hair on my mic. I'm gonna get it. Oh, got it. We're good. I saw something moving out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, what is that? It's just a cat hair. A club member returns to the classroom, holding the same plate Leo had given him full of okonomiyaki barely minutes ago. Oh no, don't tell me. Leo breathes hard through his nose as the students set the empty plate before him. Don't tell me we're running out already. Jeffrey pops his head from the doorway and snickers at us. It's been less than a minute and we already have people waitlisted for more okonomiyaki. What about the other snacks? We still have yakisoba and yakitori coming your way too. They're just enough to buy you time for the next batch. He winks at us, then pops back outside. Leo massages his temple as he thinks of a plan. We're going to need to pick up the pace. Since we've chopped up enough ingredients, I need you both to start making some too. But don't we need Moondalarum to shred more cabbage? We can ask another member to do it if we need more. Right now, it'd be better if Moondalarum was in charge of the other open grill station. That seems fair. I start cooking too then, and I can start cooking too then and help Moondalarum if needed. Do whatever you need. Do whatever you both need to do. Do whatever you both need to do to both get cooking. Okay. This sentence made my brain explode. We're good now. I put it back together. For the time being. I'll handle the biggest batch to give us a head start. Leo resumes his work. He seems untouchable when he's in a deep state of focus. Jamie comes over to my station with 2 bowls of batter and sets them beside the grill. It's not hard to make good okonomiyaki. You just have to make sure that you mix it properly so it cooks evenly. Also remember to keep a close eye on it while it's cooking. He pours some batter onto the grill, then follows the same procedure as Leo had previously done. We've got enough room on this grill for 2. Ready to make some? Here goes nothing. Following Jamie's advice, I make sure to mix the batter before pouring some onto the grill. The best part about okonomiyaki too, I mean, I'm not a fan, but one of the best parts of it, like in general speaking, is that you're supposed to be able to like pick your own ingredients. These guys are just like pre-making, I guess like a generic okonomiyaki. Interesting. A huge drop of batter plops onto his pancake. The bowl shakes in his hands and I freeze up. I'm sorry. As Jamie reaches for the bowl, Leo stops cooking and turns at me at once. What's the matter now? Oh, nothing. It's just the usual first-time batter blob. Leo studies my expression. Before I know it, he's looming over me like a shadow. I'm assuming you've made pancakes before, right? Making okonomiyaki is a lot like making pancakes. They are a type of pancake after all. It shouldn't be hard. With Leo standing behind me, I loosen my grip on the bowl and pour another circle of batter a few inches off from the first one. Keep a steady hand and make sure you're not pouring over the others. As I pour another one onto the grill, the bowl accidentally shifts in my hands. Oh god. At once, he places a hand over mine and steadies the bowl, allowing the batter to settle onto the grill. Okay, we're having a moment. Keep it steady, just like that. He guides my hand as I flip the okonomiyaki, then let it sizzle on the grill. I never expected like a let me teach you how to do this from behind and I'm gonna put my hands on yours while I get really close to your back sort of situation while making okonomiyaki. But I guess we can make anything romantic if we try hard enough. He guides my hand as I flip the okonomiyaki, then let it sizzle on the grill. At once, he takes a step back, taking back his hand. I assume you should know how to do the rest, or do I have to do that again? Give me a break. I'm still learning. A break? Now's the time to buckle down, not take a break. Don't be so hard on them, Leo. It's better to admit when you don't know how to do something than fake it. That only ever seems to work for Jeffrey. Yeah. Even then, I don't always buy into his schemes. I won't buy into yours either. Just make sure you pay attention while you cook. I can't keep hovering over your shoulder. I didn't ask you to do it the first time. I'll do my best, Leo. Leo watches me for a few seconds as I start flipping over the okonomiyaki. I'm slowly starting to get the hang of it. A small smile forms along Leo's lips as he returns to his station. Jamie joins me to flip the current batch of okonomiyaki. I hate to admit it, but Leo's right. With the three of us cooking, we should be able to make good time. The two of us finish flipping through the batch. Jamie locates the spare plates and hands the stack to me. Let's get these ready for Jeffrey. I'll set them on the plate, then you can add the mayonnaise and bonito flakes on top of them. Jamie wastes no time plating the okonomiyaki. One by one, I drizzle them with mayonnaise and sprinkle bonito flakes in the center. For those who don't know, bonito flakes are like fishy flakes. Kind of like panko, but like fish instead of like bread. That's the best way I can describe it anyway. That looks great, Moondalaru. Before we know it, there's a long row of okonomiyaki ready to go. Jamie wipes the sweat off his brow and calls out to Jeffrey. Jeffrey! We're all set for this batch. Jeffrey tiptoes into the kitchen to inspect the plates. The crowd's getting hyped. I'm glad these are all set to go. Why don't you join me at the booth, Moondalaru? Jamie should too. You wouldn't mind, would you, Leo? Why do you need them outside? We're about to get slammed and could seriously use backup. And a little birdie told me that Finn and Hazel are on their way back now to help you out. Leo lets out a sigh of relief. I suppose that's fine then. You two have helped enough already in here, and it sounds like they'll be needing you more outside. So how about it, Moondalaru? Oh. I think I should stay. I think I should stay and help Leo out instead. Yeah, that's what it said. Okay. We still have a few more batches to make. You should go with Jeffrey. It sounds like we need more people at the booth. But don't you need help too? I'm waiting for him to snap and scold me for leaving him behind. You need to do what's best for the club. If they need you outside, then that's what you should do. I'll be fine once Finn and Hazel return. Jamie and I set our aprons aside and take the stack of dishes to the booth outside. Before following us out, Jeffrey clicks his tongue at Leo. Just remember, we've got this. Outside, we're greeted by a surprising turnout of students at the booth. There's already a long line of students waiting, some even for seconds. I can tell that Jamie's nervous to set the food down as the crowd turns to us. There's a lot of people. It's only going to get worse once students realize the okonomiyaki is back in stock. Maybe we should have helped Leo make some more. I did suggest it. He'll be fine, don't worry about it. We're also sparring... No, there's not two R's. It's sparing. We're also sparing Moondalaru from having to deal with him anymore. Well, thank you. Jamie looks as if he wants to object, yet remains silent. He knows. Jeffrey spins around and addresses the crowd with a grin. Sorry for the wait, everybody. Another batch of our famous okonomiyaki is fresh off the grill. First come, first served. The crowd scurries to get in line. Jamie and I begin divvying up the okonomiyaki into several slices to hand out. We have a nice variety going on here. Yakitori, yakisoba, takoyaki, balls. Takoyaki balls. I mean, isn't takoyaki always in the shape of a ball? So, I mean, aren't they always just balls? Last but not least, we have okonomiyaki. There should be plenty now for everyone. As students begin to approach the booth, Jamie takes a deep breath. Hopefully it won't be too overwhelming for you, Moondalaru. You're the one who seems like he's about to be overwhelmed. Baby boy, do you need to step back? I brace myself as the line draws near. The first person comes to our side. I watch as Jamie quickly sets a piece on their plate and sends them on their way with a smile. Whew, one down, several more to go. The first one is usually the scariest. A student makes their way in and approaches me. I follow Jamie's suit and set down a slice of okonomiyaki on a plate and offer it to them. The student doesn't wait to leave the line and take a hearty bite. As she joins her group, she starts gushing to her friends. Their okonomiyaki is even better than last year's. You have to try some. The student's friends scramble to the line. Jeffrey shoots a grin at me and Jamie. Looks like it's a hit. After serving a few more students, we begin to pick up the pace. Jamie and I take turns serving the okonomiyaki while the other club members handle the other dishes. Jeffrey is all smiles while entertaining the students in line. I watch him flock to each group, taking selfies with them. A few minutes later, I spot him holding a takoyaki ball close to the other students' lips. Oh jeez. I can't help but eavesdrop on their conversation as he leans in close. Wouldn't it be better if I fed it to you myself? At once, I turn to Jamie, wondering if he's heard him. He's focused on his work, but looks up right at the very last second. Hey, Jeffrey. Can you grab more plates from Leo? Pouting, Jeffrey hands the takoyaki ball back to the student. Fine, I'll be right back. Jamie hands another student a sample, then sighs in relief. I really hope we've got some new decent members this year. You probably will at this rate. It also sounds like you have a lot of activities planned. With the right members, we might be able to afford more activities. Here's hoping we might be off to a good start. Snacking on the takoyaki ball, Jeffrey squeezes through the crowd and makes his way back to us with fresh plates of okonomiyaki. The crowd's really digging us. Every time I turn around, there's more people getting in line. I hope we've been telling people about the actual club itself and not just about yourself. I hope you've been telling people. Of course I am, and I can't help it if they're also asking personal questions. Jamie gives another heavy sigh as Jeffrey skips off to mingle with the crowd. We should keep working, Moondalarum. Are you able to finish plating everything? If not, I'll take a stab at it. Jamie nearly stumbles against the booth as Leo darts in between us. What happened to working on the last batch? Finn and Hazel are finishing the last of it up. How are they? Are they really okay to be helping out? I asked them too, but they really wanted to stick around. Not that I mind at all. They know how to make okonomiyaki really quickly, hence why we've been keeping up. He points to it at the platefuls. Sorry, I thought I heard my cat freaking out for a second there. Nope. They're both dead asleep, so I'm just hearing things. He points to all the platefuls of okonomiyaki. Thanks to their hard work, there's more than enough to serve everybody. We only have so much time left before the club rush is over anyway. Where did Jeffrey run off to? I thought you said you were going to watch over him. That was before I realized how busy it was going to be. God. Ugh. I forgot my water bottle. Give me a second. Okay, water bottle acquired. Gonna give you some ASMR here of me drinking my water. Delicious. There, now I won't die. Or as my husband's version of his hydrate regime says, hydrate or die straight. I will not die straight. I refuse. Also, let me recalibrate my model real quick. The eyes keep closing. Boy, get your eyes open. Okay. Gotta be transparent for half a second. And good to go. Okay. All right. Jamie and I point to the cluster of students near the line. Together we watch a student plop a takoyaki ball into Jeffrey's mouth. I'm going to need eye bleach after seeing that. On the other hand, he's still drawing people in. We're supposed to be promoting our club, not being a dating service. Okay, Leo, you're in the wrong game. Wrong game. You need to be more self-aware. Jamie breaks the silence with an innocent chuckle. That'd be pretty silly if we were, don't you think? Okay, breaking the fourth wall a little bit here. Leo turns to me as I finish plating the last batch of okonomiyaki. You're getting quicker at it. Moon Dalarum has been doing a great job helping out. We wouldn't have been able to serve as many people if they hadn't volunteered. It's nothing, really. Not a lot of people can handle this kind of pressure on the spot. Now that we've got things under control, I can help you both pass the rest out. He jumps in and starts meeting my pace and plating and serving students. As we keep working, oh, who the fuck is this? As we keep working, a student makes his way to us. The look on his face tells me that he's going to be kind of a bitch. I've got to head to bed now, unfortunately. Enjoy the rest of the cooking shenanigans. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have a good rest. Sleep well. Last you mentioned it had been 5 a.m. and I think that was hours ago. So yeah, please go sleep. Please. For the love of all that is holy. He marvels at the okonomiyaki as we hand the plates out to Jamie. Yo, your OC is in the game. Can I date him? Hey, Leo. I thought I'd check on how things are going out here at the booth. It's going a lot better than a few hours ago. Who is this person? I feel like I've seen him from homeroom. I don't know. His expression says bitch, but so far he's acting okay. He's pretty chill so far. Hey, Finn. Oh, Finn and Hazel. He's one of those. Doing okay there? Yeah, nothing I can't handle. Aaron, what are you doing in a dating sim? You have a boyfriend. He wants to date me. I can't blame him, though. I want to date me, too. No, that's a lie. It's a big fat lie. Looks like the booth is doing great so far. That's for sure. Moon Dalarum has been a huge help. Oh, the new transfer student? I thought I recognized you. You're the one who made the pasta in class, right? Yes? What pasta is he talking about? Don't worry about it, Leo. That's ancient history. Whew, thanks, Jamie. I guess you're right. Anyway, everything looks really good. Mind if I sneak a slice of okonomiyaki? Jamie swiftly hands him a plate. Go right ahead. You better take it now because it's going fast. Night-night. Sleep tight. Finn doesn't waste taking a bite. Still plating, Leo watches him from the corner of his eye, waiting for his reaction. Wow, that flavor. Who made this batch? I clicked into OBS on accident. There we go. Who made this batch? That doesn't taste like mine. Leo? Jamie? Or was it Jeffrey? Where is he even? He squints out into the crowd, searching for Jeffrey. Jamie and I did make some. Jeffrey sure didn't. But actually, that one was from Moon Dalarum's batch. I try to lay low as Finn turns to me, startled. Wait, Moon Dalarum? What do you mean? Yeah, Moon Dalarum volunteered to help while you and Hazel were out. They worked very hard on this batch. What? Usually it's one of the more experienced members who makes them. Is this what you meant when you said you had it covered, Leo? Mr. Rule Breaker? Jeffrey. They offered to help Finn. With both you and Hazel gone, we really needed the help. Moon Dalarum was super nice and gave up their touring time to jump in. Oh. I just saw a little Steam thing pop up. Void Reverie, my assistant. Go to bed, don't play Baldur's Gate 3. You know, I wouldn't have allowed this if it wouldn't work. Every person's effort counts at a time like this. Yeah, you're right. Sorry if it sounded harsh. I was just surprised. Your okonomiyaki is honestly really good, Moondalarum. The crowd seems to love it too. Thanks, Finn. As Finn heads back to the classroom, or to his classroom, I turn to hear Jeffrey munching. I see him holding a tray with one takoyaki ball left. So why was Finn giving Moondalarum a hard time? I think he just jumped the gun a little. Wait, Jeffrey, is that our last takoyaki? Those are for the students. Oh, wow. Looks like I got nervous while watching and startled mindlessly eating the food on the tray. Guess I was hungry from working hard at the booth. Oh well, at least Finn complimented their cooking. Still, it's weird he was like that. I don't think Finn meant anything bad, though. I don't think so either. It's not like you came in and forced your way into the club. I mean, if you liked Moondalarum's okonomiyaki, I think he got over whatever it was. Thanks, I just didn't want to cause anybody trouble. He seems to really care about the club. Yes, Finn wants the best for the club, so he would understand the circumstances. Plus, I mean, aren't we supposed to be, like, encouraging people to join the club? Isn't that the point of Club Rush? So, like, someone joining in and, like, participating? I think that'd be a good deal. Just realized I got water on my desk. Okay, it's good. What the press is trying to say is we did a good job in keeping the booth going. Jeffrey's right. You should be very proud of yourself. It's not exactly a typical Club Rush experience, but I hope it was worthwhile. The okonomiyaki was a huge hit. We still have people trying to come back for seconds, which is why I've been trying to finish serving them. Oh yeah, sorry we got off track. We should get back to work. I still have some takoyaki left to pass out too, so off I go. Jeffrey runs head first into the crowd, balancing the tray over his head. Thought he ate all the takoyaki. I guess I'll stay quiet. Honestly, me. The last hour flies by, and before we know it, the four of us finish serving all the food. As we finish up, several of the other booths are also beginning to wind down. The crowd starts to dwindle as students return to their dorms. Once we're down to the last students, Jamie works the booths by himself. Leo and I leave to clear the extra plates and take the decorations down. Jeffrey is nowhere to be found. We last saw him mingling with some students by the other end of the hallway. Jamie gets the honor of serving the last of our okonomiyaki to the last students in line. We hope you'll consider applying for our club. Once the students leave, he turns to me with a large sigh of relief. And that's it. We've survived the Club Rush. And we've finished just in time. Jeffrey emerges from the hallway, nibbling on a blueberry muffin. Great work, everyone. We really pulled it together, didn't we? Look who decided to show up. Where did you run off to this time? The baking club. Had some goodies set aside for me. He shows off an extra bag of muffins. But I'm back now, so never fear, Jeffrey's here. We could have used you a few minutes ago when we were starting to clean up. You can still help us out. Jeffrey looks ready to run once more, but Jamie yanks him by the shoulder towards the booth. Come on, we could really use the help this time. I know. This would have been easier if I hadn't missed the rest of the Club Rush. There's still a lot of clubs Moondalarum missed seeing. It got a lot busier than expected. Moondalarum, we're really sorry. Can you forgive us? Just take me on a date. I actually had fun. That's what I'm supposed to pick too. Nice. Ah, he liked that. I actually had fun. I didn't know what to expect going into this, but I loved every minute of it. Hopefully you also learned a lot. And just think, there's plenty of awesome things to do if you join our club. Leo interrupts us by handing me a large stack of empty plates. What the? I'm sure we would have worked things out on our own somehow. Come on, Leo, be honest. And you can be honest too, Moondalarum. What did you really think of all this? Well, I did like learning how to make okonomiyaki. Leo looks surprised as I rearrange the stack of plates. Either way, I still had a fun day with everyone. Is it always this fast-paced? The three of them exchange awkward glances at each other. Leo pretends to look away. We try not to be hectic, but we do have our moments. What are you saying? Something always happens no matter how much we try to avoid it. As club president, I'm hoping to change that this year. I'm excited to see you try. Sometimes it can't be helped. Even you know that. There's a lot of work that goes into events like these. I can imagine. As we head back to the classroom to finish cleaning up, someone sets a plate of okonomiyaki before me. Wait, an extra one? You thought we forgot to save you one, didn't you? I thought they were all gone. We stashed one aside just in time. Go ahead and try it. I want to know what you think. With the three of them watching, I bite into a small slice, like a millimeter into the corner, because, again, I'm not a fan of okonomiyaki. It's quite good! Yeah! I'm totally being sincere. Is this really from my own batch? Yep, with your own batter and everything. I'm glad you like it. It really does look good. That's the only dish I didn't get to try. Come to think of it, have any of you eaten anything today? I think I ate something very early in the morning, but now I can't remember. Jeffrey holds up the last of his muffins for me to see. You know how much we both ate today? I still could go for seconds, though. His gaze shifts to Leo, who is pretending to ignore us while cleaning up. Did you eat anything today, Leo? Setting the plates into the sink, he turns off the faucet and crosses his arms at me. Why does it matter? Because there's a perfectly good okonomiyaki here. I won't be able to finish it on my own. I suppose it'd be better than to let it go to waste. It's really nice of you to share with us, Moondalarum. As long as you have your fill of it too. There's plenty here for all of us. Well, in that case, Jeffrey plops the last of his muffin into his mouth and strolls up to the plate. I'm game. We can split it in quarters. Jamie joins in as I divide the okonomiyaki into 4 pieces. He helps me serve them into separate plates, then takes a large bite of his. Man, this definitely hits the spot after a long day. What do you think, Jeffrey? We turn to find Jeffrey taking a photo of a slice. Oh, here, let me help you. Let's position it this way. While Jamie helps Jeffrey reposition his plate for more pictures, I offer the last slice to Leo. He keeps his distance as he inspects it. God, stop being a bitch to Leand. Jamie watches us from afar. Come on, Leo, you know it's good. But it's not really my thing either. You said that last year, but I'm pretty sure you were scarfing them down during your break. It wasn't me. Huffing, he takes a small bite of his slice. There, both of you happy now? Before anyone can respond, he finishes off every last crumb on his plate. I guess you really like that. 1 minute it was there, the next minute it was gone, like magic. Well, I haven't eaten anything today. Anyway, we really should get back to cleaning up before it gets late. Sounds good. I could really use a break now. Haven't you been taking a break this whole time? You were the only one who got to explore out of the 3 of us. It's still worth visiting each booth. I wasn't just there for pleasure either. I was actually on business. Who on earth would want to do business with you? Lots of people. How else did I get this bag of muffins? Clearly, I wasn't just at booths to eat. I was trying to find out what each of those clubs were planning on doing for events this year. To get new ideas for what we should be doing as a club? More like seeing if it was worth switching to another club this year. Wait, what? So you really were trying to ditch us then? I didn't think you'd miss me since you've both been getting more on my case lately. You're not really serious about switching clubs, are you? I was a little earlier. But after all this, I wouldn't mind sticking around if a certain someone would consider applying to the club. There's silence as I continue collecting the dishes. I look up and see all eyes on me. You'd really be a great fit for a Japan club, Moondalarum. You've already got the skills for it. Come on, Jeffrey, you told me not to be so pushy last time. I know, but since we're on the topic, what do you say, Moondalarum? Seems like a good idea. I saw a few interesting clubs, but I ended up spending the most time at this one today. I promise we'll do our best to make it up to you. And honestly, this isn't a bad club at all. It's probably one of the best ones at here. Then why were you trying to leave us? Can't I explore my options? I think he really likes the food art club though, the most. So if you're really in, welcome to Japan Club, Moondalarum. Hold on, Moondalarum still has to apply and officially be accepted before we can say that. Majority vote, dude. I know you're the president, but fuck off. But at least you've shown some decent work ethic, so that's a peace of mind. You're also our first member of the new year. New member of the year. After Moondalarum applies. Jeffrey hooks his arm around my neck and winks at me. And you'll probably be my favorite one. Leo and Jamie each yank him back by the shoulder. As for you, Jeffrey, you're not exactly off the hook yet. Ugh, what is it going to take to get you guys over it? Or take you guys to get over it? The way my brain rearranges words sometimes, I swear. For starters, you could help us finish cleaning. Jeffrey turns to me with a pleading look. You'll save me from them, won't you, Moondalarum? Standing behind him, Jamie shakes his head at me. I think I should let the three of you figure this one out. Jamie holds a broom out to Jeffrey. Come on, we've got a lot of work to finish before sundown. As Jamie drags Jeffrey into the classroom, I check my cell phone and see a text. Did Jeffrey text me earlier? How's the event going? Stuffing your face? More working than stuffing. Help me. Let's chat when you're free. I put my phone away and walk into the classroom to finish helping out. As soon as I get back to my dorm room, I flop onto my bed and video call Tyler. Sorry, this background music sounded like something else for a second there. Trying to think what it reminded me of. Have I heard this before? I feel like this is new background music. It's a banger. Anyway, hey Moondalarum, you look a little tired. How did your day go? Just a little? I feel like a zombie right now. But anyway, today turned out to be pretty fun. I explored the club rush. Yeah, it's this part right here in the song. What is it reminding me of? It's like on the tip of my brain. What is it? I feel like it's like a Misty Ash love song. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's so old. What the fuck is it called? Is it Misty's song? I'm gonna play it for like half a second. I wish I could adjust the... Can I? Oh, I can. Turn you down just so I can hear. Oh no, not that one. This one. This one?
Good night, Brock. Good night, Pikachu.
Good night, Misty.
See you in the morning. Good night, Ash.
Sleep time. Oh, sweet dreams. beneath the stars and moon. Maybe it wasn't this one. What's the Sailor Moon song? I don't know. Some kind of anime song. It's like hitting some part of my brain in the memory sector that's like something is being triggered, but I can't put my finger on it. Anyway, back to the game. Minor ADHD moment. Had to check it out. I explored the club brush. Sounds like it was worth your energy then. You didn't replenish your HP with all the food from the fair? Fair? You mean the club brush? Oh, right. Hey, you should check out a photo I got tagged in. There was a food art club and I made a pic. Whoa, that's so cool. You've leveled up your art skills. Not that I minded your stick figure art either. Excuse me? I don't recall your art skills being any better. I still have that finger painted turkey of yours you gave me in first grade. Listen, the way I drew in first grade is not how I draw now, so you can't compare the two. The worst part is that I know you have the picture hidden somewhere in your room. Blackmail, I'm sure. I'll find it one day. Muhahaha. Good luck entering into my dungeon and finding the treasure. Speaking of gaming and leveling up, my brothers are about to beat down my door. They want me to clear a level for them. I better go ASAP. Talk to you later. Bye. I lay my phone on my side as I gaze up. I could feel the exhaustion from running around all day at Club Rush. It's quiet in the room. Robin is probably still at school helping out at their club. Still laying in bed, I decided to play on my phone to avoid doing homework for the night. To be continued. Alrighty. I mean, it's pretty much saved right there, but just in case. So last time we did 2. This time we did 3. Sweet. Do another maybe like 3 next week. So we'll end Sifting Time here for now, and then we'll jump on over to Chris.